let's get started in here. Alright. On your mark. Get set. Go. Alright, folks, pitching these. Oh. Let me see. Sorry, let's not do it yet. I gotta. There we go. Alright. Mark, get set. Go. Alright, folks, pitching these 88. We are back. Playing Chrono Case on Facebook. Let's head on to Travel in Time. I'm so excited. Ancient times. Death as old as time. Let's do this. In the year 2029. Ace, good to have you on the team of time-traveling detectives. Explanations will have to wait. There is a time disturbance in ancient Egypt in Cleopatra's palace. Report to the time machine. Ooh. Hey Ace, welcome aboard. We're set to travel to Cleopatra's magnificent palace in 47 BCE, or before current era. We're ready to take off in 3, 2, 1. Hey, we've arrived in ancient Egypt, Ace. Time to put on our disguise and jump into our cloaked shuttle. Oh, and remember to put a multilingual translator chip behind your ear so we can talk with the locals. And now, to Cleopatra's palace. Yeah. Nice. Death as old as time. I love it. I love it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright, so let's investigate the throne room. So, super excited. Thank you guys all for hopping on. With Facebook's issue yesterday, they weren't able to get everything up and ready to go. But we're back. Alright, well that's obviously the... Look at that, they got the cheetah there. Sweet. Ooh. Hey Ace, how do I look in Roman armor? We have to wear this to blend in, since in 47 BCE, Egypt was Rome's protectorate. Oh wait, you're right, that's a dead body, and not just any dead body, that's Julius Caesar, Rome's most famous ruler. But wait, he shouldn't be dead yet. The brief says Julius Caesar was stabbed to death in the Senate of Rome in 47 or 44 BCE, that is, 3 years from now. So Chief Scott was right. There is a time disturbance in ancient Egypt. Someone stabbed Caesar 3 years earlier. Well, history doesn't just change itself. Either an illegal time traveler did this, or they convinced someone to commit the murder. So now, what's with this commotion in my throne? What? Oh no, Caesar. He's dead. You, Roman centurions, explain. Well, Your Majesty, we don't really know what happened. We were patrolling when we found the great Caesar here, stabbed in the back. But we will find out who did this to Caesar, Your Highness. You can count on Centurion Ace and myself. You better make good on your promise, Romans, or else I'll feed you to the crocodiles. Of course, Your Grace. Queen, we'll need to talk to you about this murder. We can come find you later, of course. Well, Ace, Cleopatra believed we were Roman centurions, and better yet, she's given us permission to investigate. We're off to a good start. First, we'll discreetly get the body to our time machine. Janice, our coroner, will do the autopsy on board. Meanwhile, we'll do some old-fashioned detective work like piecing that broken pottery together. And once we find the killer, we'll be able to fix the timeline and secure our present. Let's find out who stabbed Julius Caesar. Yeah, so where we have a chip on the back of our thing that's able to translate for us for these guys, so that's why we're able to discuss. Alright, Ace, we gotta be careful when talking to incredibly powerful historical figures like Cleopatra. She mustn't suspect that we're not Romans. And the good thing is, Cleopatra probably wants to find Caesar's killer. You see, the Queen of Egypt and the Roman conqueror were lovers. Alright, let's keep this short and try not to anger her. Queens are fickle. This is outrageous, completely barbaric. Caesar's murder is a personal attack, and I swear by Osiris that it won't go unpunished. Yeah, but that's why we're here. We want to find Caesar's killer as much as you do, Your Highness. Did you notice anything unusual in the throne room today? No, the assassin must have snuck into my palace unnoticed, just when my most trusted guard decided to go to the market, leaving me defenseless. Wait, there's a market nearby, Divine Highness? Oh, you've never been to the market before, Centurion? It's just outside the palace. That's where Caesar's assassin must have escaped, and they may very well come back and kill me next. Yeah, certainly not. Centurion Ace will catch them first. Let's hurry to the market. We bid you farewell, Queen. Get to go to the market. I'm super excited. This is gonna be great. Ace, Cleopatra was right. The only way in and out of her palace is through this market. Did you see anything the killer might have left behind? Good thinking. That basket was clearly knocked over. Maybe we're fleeing killer. Let's have a look through it. And I'd be curious to see what the deal with this portrait of Cleopatra is. Think you can retrieve the rest of it? And as for this bell, it looks pretty expensive. It could belong to someone from the palace. You're right. We've got a handy portable database of ancient artifacts. Let's have a discreet look and see if you can find a match for the belt. Holy moly. Alright. Well, let's do this because we got a star, and then I'll grab a whole bunch of stars. Because my guess is we're going to probably meet a lot of our team. Those broken pieces were an amphora, Ace. Romans used them to store wine. You may wonder how I know this, but I learned a lot while working here at the Temporal Investigation Management and Exploration Agency. Oh darn, nobody's explained yet who we are, have we yet? Time is an international agency which regulates time travel. Some people get time machine parts on the black market and go off playing havoc with history, and we can't have that. The world might implode. Anyway, where was I? To work here. I had to learn some Latin. I can read the text on the vase. It says a gift for Caesar, so this was for our victim. We need to figure out who gave Caesar this amphora. Can you decipher the half-faded name below the inscription, Ace? Nice. Great. So now we have someone that can read Latin, which was a dead language, but they can't read Spanish. All right. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys when I grab some stars. I've been pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, guys. Sweet. So, let me change the description. And sorry for being a little bit late to work, or late to this. I apologize for that. Let's see, so what's it called again? It's called Death as Old as Time. It's called Death as Old as Time. Update the information. Secretion Ace. So actually, because I'm a little late here, I may only get through, do this. On your mark, get set, go. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. We have got a bunch to discover. We also grabbed a whole bunch of stars, so we should be able to do this. Let's see what we have. Let's see if we've got the codex. Let's see what games they plan on having us do. Oh, it's going to be Brutus. Hey, so the name of the person who gave this amphora to Caesar is Brutus. Wait, Brutus is the one who was supposed to kill Caesar with the help of Roman senators 3 years from now. Brutus and Caesar were close and sometimes traveled to Egypt together, and this gift suggests Brutus might be here now. What if someone from a different time convinced Brutus to kill Caesar? That's the only way to explain why he'd stabbed him 3 years earlier. Ace, we must find out if Brutus is Caesar's assassin, while making him believe we're his fellow Roman soldiers. Let's go. Interesting. Well, that previous one, they only had 2 that I had to search through, so maybe they made everything just a little bit quicker. Obviously not this. Ace, there's a bloody cloth among those urns. How much you want to bet the killer dropped it here while running away? Ancient Egyptians didn't know about DNA, but we do. Theo, our lab chief, will tell us if this is Caesar's blood on the cloth. Ah, we're gonna meet Theo. He's gonna have an uppity, or my version of an uppity upper crust accent, for sure. Well, the papyrus poster depicts Cleopatra surrounded by carpets? Why are there so many carpets? Oh, I see, it's an endorsement. Cleopatra must buy a lot of carpets from here. The merchant is right here by the stall. We better talk to him. Yuya. We got a lot of exploring to do. Hey, according to our database, this symbol refers to Cleopatra's elite guard, so this probably fell from... Hey, that's my belt. Get your paws off of it. And you are? I'm the Queen's most trusted guard, which makes me the most honored. She's the greatest sovereign of all. Well, that's good to hear. Please step this way. We need to talk to you. Alright, now it's time to talk to a bunch of people. Militis. Hey, Ave Brutus. Oh, is it true? Has great Caesar, our legate, been murdered? Well, I'm afraid so. We found his body in the throne room. We must return to Rome at once. We should never have lingered for this long. But that Cleopatra, she had Caesar ensnared. Well, surely we must find whoever dared kill this man. Do you mind telling us where you were during the murder? Wait, what are you implying? That I'm the one who killed Caesar? I would never lay a hand on him. Yeah. Well, we've heard rumors about how some people aren't too happy with him making himself a dictator. Well, I would stop right there if I were you, unless you wish to be arrested for treason. Now, get out of my sight. Well, we better stay clear of Brutus, Ace. He seems very loyal to Caesar. So much so that he's accused us of treason. Time will tell if his loyalty is sincere or not. Let's keep moving forward, Ace. Yeah, I mean, it could be very legit. It's also, interesting of like why, it could have been just something that he turned on him within like the last year or two, not like 3 years before. Hey Romans, at my stall, welcome. I am Yuya, the most successful carpet merchant in Egypt. Don't believe me? The queen herself buys her royal carpets from me. Says she likes how they feel on her skin, if you get my meaning. Sure. So, you sell to the palace? I deliver the carpets myself. I was actually there earlier and even met Caesar. So that would be before he was murdered. Wait, what? Caesar was murdered? Centurions, I swear it wasn't me. I barely spent any time in the palace. The obelisk shadow had barely moved between the time I went in and out. Cleopatra herself would tell you I would never hurt a fly. Alright, calm down. Don't go anywhere. We may need to talk to you again later. Romans, what do you want? I am the queen's most trusted guard. I must not leave her alone for long. You said that already. If you're meaning to protect the queen, then what are you doing outside the palace? Well, I just need to fetch some spice from the market. My queen mentioned wanting some sage for the other day, and I thought I'd surprise her. Well, interesting that Caesar murder happened just as you stepped out. Wait, what? Caesar was murdered? Yeah, and we're tasked with finding his killer. We have full permission to. I must stop you there. If there's been evil at the palace, then I shall return to my queen immediately. Interesting. Alright. Hey, Ace, it's such a pleasure to meet you. You're welcome to lounge about in my lab whenever you get tired of the past. Isn't the time machine amazing? In addition to the time reactor, which actually permits time travel, it holds all of our labs. And it comes with a cloaking mechanism so locals don't see us land in a crazy futuristic contraption. Alright, if you're done geeking out, can you tell Ace about the bloody cloth we found? Oh, the blood was your victim's, which leads me to believe that your killer used this cloth to wipe their hands after the murder. And I was able to get a valuable clue. See, I found traces of wax on the cloth and realized that it's kind of wax used to polish a harp, which means your killer plays the instrument. So Caesar's killer plays a harp. Well, they'll be soon harping on about how Ace caught them. Love your puns, Jack. He does look a little bit like Tony Stark. I love it. Alright, so we are going to go to Janice. Delighted to meet you, Ace. I am Janice, the coroner of the time machine. My grandkids also call me the world's coolest grandma, since I get to voyage in history. Time travel was invented 5 years ago, but I can still hardly believe it. And now you have Caesar's body on your slab, a memorable experience if there ever was one. What did the autopsy reveal? Well, Caesar was stabbed, although only a couple of times, not 23 as taught by our history books. The stabs were quick and deep, just like you prick puff pastry, and I actually found traces of Caesar's wounds. It was a mixture of lentils, chickpeas, and crispy onions. The ingredients found in koshari. It's a popular Egyptian dish, even in our time. No doubt your killer had used the knife to eat their lunch. So the killer eats koshari. Well, Ace, will you teach this killer that you don't play with your food or murder? I don't. Alright. So, yep, let's recap what's gonna happen. Centurions, I need your help. Someone's in my room. Don't worry, Cleopatra. We'll go in there. No problem. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in chapter 2. This has been Pitching Ace 88.